Hey friends, this is Dharmil, welcoming you back to Chat Adda, powered by 24point7 Sports. Today we have with us one more badminton champ. Uh, I would say that she has won several glories for India, and she has made herself available for India whenever there was a requirement for her to be there. At the same time, she is an inspiration for all the youth of how to tackle injuries after injury. Like she had a couple of injuries back to back, and that too bigger ones. Like she had to like leave badminton court for a couple of years. Then too, she is like now fit and fine. Maybe we'll see how the future, like in what future shows us. But yes, she's someone who can be an inspiration for every one of us, every youth who is either preparing themselves for badminton or any other sports. So, hello, ma'am. It's a pleasure for me as well as my team, as well as it's a pleasure for the people who are hearing us, who is listening to you, and who will get an idea of what you have done till now and what are your plans going further. Okay. So basically, my first question that uh, everyone would love to know who is listening us is how did you start playing badminton? What was the spark? Where the spark came for badminton?
When I was younger, my mom always wanted me to play sport. And so she started me off with tennis initially. And I was pretty skinny and tiny and stuff. So I tried tennis for about a year, but the racket was too heavy for me. So I was finding it very difficult to like hit the tennis ball and stuff. So the coach told my mom to actually put me into badminton. And my mom and his sister were badminton players when they were younger, like with like school and state and stuff. And so my mom put me into badminton, and that's how badminton began.
Right. So the initial stage, what we have learned for a while now, from so many people we have spoken with. So initially, whenever anyone start any sport, it's they start as an hobby, and then once they see that okay, this is something that I can create as a profession, I can go as a professional sports person. Then the gradual shifts happen. So I have
Yeah.
seen that and I've heard that from so many people. So was it the same for you? Like it was a hobby for you, or it started as a like you had in mind that okay, this is something that I'll be doing it as a profession.
I never once even dreamed that badminton would be a profession that I would do. Basically, when I started off, like everybody used to play like under 13 and stuff like that, under 10, under 13. I joined badminton very late. I started playing, I started learning how to play when I was about 8 or 9 years old. And I didn't think of it professionally, and nor did my friends think of it professionally. It just happened.
Okay,
Like it kind of happened over time.
right, right. So, uh, so as you said that your parents or your mother wanted you to be the sports person, right? Or
She didn't want me to be a sports person. She just wanted me to do a sport as a form of fitness. So she also
right.
didn't know that happened professionally.
Right, right. So how was that shift like the from as an activity to becoming a professional badminton player? The shift, how was that shift, and what all things you had to manage during that shift?
It wasn't very massive because it happened kind of gradually. So as in when I started playing a little better, my coach started bringing me in a bit more often for like training and stuff. And so because it happened so gradually, it just became a part of life. Started like waking up at like 4 a.m. and going to training, then heading to school, then back to training, back home. So it just became my life.
Right, right. I've asked this particular question that I'm going to ask you as well. That what is the importance? Like you have been, you had gone at UK for the further studies. So what is
Yeah.
the importance of studies along with the sports?
So for me, education, for me and my family, education is always important. If I wasn't able to balance my education and my sport the way I did, I don't think I would be a sports person. I was very lucky that I was able to balance it. I did ICSE and ISC because I wanted to push myself education wise. I remember when I finished my 10th grade, I was given the option of going into college.
Okay.
To do the state board because I was moving to Hyderabad after my 10th grade.
Right.
But my principal at that time, I was in Commerce College. My principal at that time, she was like, "No, you're not gonna go. You're gonna continue and you're gonna do your ISC." And I was like, "Yes, I want to do my ISC." And I remember I missed my board exams in 2015. My board exams to go and play for an international tournament. And my school was very supportive.
Right.
And I remember I came back from there, and my teacher was like, "If you hardly attend school, why don't you just finish open school?" And I was very adamant. I was like, "No, I am gonna finish IC and I'm gonna get a 90 plus."
Right.
And I was like, so determined, and I was like, I'm gonna achieve everything in sport and in education. And because I was like so focused, I was able to do it.
Right. So as per you, if you are focused, then the possibility of getting into studies, getting good grades in studies along with becoming a sports person is easy. So the focus should be very clear.
Yeah. So you need that focus. And plus you always need to fall back on education, because for me it was like, if for whatever reason badminton doesn't work out, and I've given my whole life to badminton, what am I going to do?
Right.
I always had that as a child. That education is always a thing. Like badminton and education was like, education's a must.
Yeah. So that insecurity is always there. If in case if this doesn't work out, then there should be a secondary option available for you. Just like you have created that option now at. So what exactly you do at UK? Like, is it like you are working somewhere or you are just focusing on the sport?
So the reason I chose to go to the UK was mainly because I chose a sports university where they help you play as well as study.
Okay.
Loughborough is known for sports. And they're very supportive of sports people and how to help you balance sport. And not only that, you grow as a person because you're living on your own. You need to do everything on your own, and that really changed.
Right. So also, yeah, and one of my friend is currently at the same university that you mentioned. She is also from the cricketing background. Loughborough University, right? And she is also playing. So she has got that 1 year master degree. So along with that master degree, they will be providing her a special on the recommendation. She will get to play for the team, the cricketing team that they have over there, and she will be playing for them for a span of 1 year, and after that she will decide whether to come back or whether to stay over there and proceed further. Yes, I have also heard about the same university, and she recently traveled to UK, just like 5-10 years back. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I finished my.
Sorry. Go ahead.
So I finished my education in the UK and I've come back.
Okay. Right. So this is a very weird question that I am putting forward in front of you. How is that feeling of getting back to India after staying over there for a while?
It's different. I've been like in India, in Bombay especially, time goes by so fast. The day is not 24 hours. In the UK, I used to study, I used to play, I used to work out, I used to cook, clean, do laundry, grocery shopping, everything, and I would still have time for myself. But in India here, it's just like, oh my god, where's the day gone? Time.
So you can
So
say that in
yeah,
India, the time
but
management
these
is
times we
in India time management is not
it's not
possible, or is it very fast
no,
that time
it's
goes
not
away?
time management. Like time management when I was studying as well as playing. I just feel like the day goes by a lot faster in India,
Hmm.
but at the same time, I'm good to be back. I'm so happy to be back with all my family now. So,
Right. Okay. Uh, so your parents at the point of time when you shifted uh, from being just an so at a point when you were shifting from being badminton, I mean being as a sports person, like I would say that okay, initially you started as an activity. Badminton was an activity, and then you shifted
yeah.
from an to a professional badminton player. At that point of time, were your parents like were your parents did your parents accepted the thing easily, or was it like very hard for you to convince them?
No, not at all. My parents were like 100% on board. They were so supportive, my dad and my mom, and not only my dad and my mom, so we're pretty close families. So it's my mom's sister, her son, and my grandma. So I got the support of everybody around me, and they were like really encouraging. So I remember when I moved to Hyderabad, I
Hmm.
lived there for about a year and a half on my own. And then it came to a point where I was like, Mom, please move. I need you. And my mom packed up and got a house in rent. And my mom moved there with my grandma. So yeah.
Okay, right.
So then my mom ended up
So,
with me
so
in that.
ultimately, I would say that your mom has been a backbone for you from the time when you started till to this time.
Yeah, so my mom used to like wake up at like 3 o'clock. She used to cook my food, she used to pack my snacks, take me to training, drop me to school, bring me back for training, drop me to school, do my homework with me, and bring me to bed. So my mom was basically there 24 hours a day.
Right, right. Okay. Uh, have you ever got any such weirdest dream about badminton at any point of time in your life? Like something that will never gonna happen, or
Oh,
it has happened, but you had visualized it in the dreams before.
no.
What point you got connected with your husband? Like, how did you connected with your husband at UK?
So I was living on campus at university, and campus living is different. So my husband was staying opposite me, so he was in the room opposite mine, and yeah, that's how we met.
Okay, right. So he was also he's also from a sports background, or he's doing something
Oh,
else.
he's an absolute genius. So he's not at all a sporty person, but he's a genius.
Right. Okay. So what is he doing currently? Like, what kind of stuff he's doing?
He works with my dad.
Okay. So that's the current situation. But
Yeah,
what
that's
exactly is he doing at UK basically?
in as of now nothing because he's working with my dad.
Okay.
He is born and brought up in the UK though.
Okay.
So
Okay.
all his family and everybody's in the UK.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh, so is there anyone else associated with any kind of sports in your family?
Like I said, my mom and her sister, they were badminton players.
Mm-hmm.
But they were not like they used to play like state and inter school and stuff. And my
Mm-hmm.
dad was into squash, but squash was more of a hobby for him.
Right. Okay. So is he still playing as an hobby, or he has stopped totally?
Now he stopped playing.
And
He
how?
actually when I moved into badminton, he started playing badminton, my dad. So
Okay.
yeah.
So how about your
So
mom
he
and
still
your? How about your mom?
no,
Is still playing?
my mom doesn't play. No, because she suffers from like stiffness and stuff, so she can't play.
Okay. Okay. Uh, so there are a list of medals and glories that we have received, that you have won till now. So, so if I had to choose top three, or if you had to choose top three amongst those
Yeah,
glories, what would it be?
yeah.
Which ones
So
come
I
at the
think
top?
So I think first one would be when I won um, my for the first time ever I won Bombay District, and I had won 4 titles, and that was I think the first year I was ever playing Bombay District. The first and the second year I ever decided to play Bombay District, and I was basically a complete underdog, and I went on to win like 4 titles.
Hmm.
So I think that's one of the most memorable ones because there was just so many newspaper articles. Everybody started to know who I am as a badminton player,
Hmm.
and I think that's what like kind of made my profession.
Hmm.
The second one would be my national when I won my national title because
Hmm.
massive achievement. I think the
Right.
third one would be when I won Bulgaria a
Okay.
couple of years ago because
Hmm.
that was my first international title.
So was it in mixed doubles? It was in mixed doubles, right?
Yeah,
At
and
Bulgaria.
mixed
Yeah,
Bulgaria and nationals was mixed.
mixed doubles. Right. Saying that.
Okay.
Okay. There are different ways of tackling pressure while entering the court. So I've heard that few players just take a corner inside the stadium and they just hear music, listen to music, and they get uh, eased before entering the court, or they drink a lot before the match starts. So how was it for you? How did you tackle the pressure that you had before entering the court?
I never had any pressure because I think I, for me, my parents were like, listen, you win, you lose, it doesn't matter. Just have fun. So that was kind of my thing. Because I was doing badminton because I enjoyed it, not because somebody was forcing me to do it. So every time I went on court, it was, I need to have fun.
Right,
That's why I'm doing
right.
it. So, and definitely music was a big part of before playing.
Mhm.
I would listen to music. But yeah, apart from that, I mean, I never had any pressure or anything like that.
Right. So, so I have seen that there are a few players who take a look at the previous matches of their opposition with whom they are playing, and they analyze how the
Yeah,
player has the move in the court, as well as there are a few
yeah.
players who go inside the court and while playing they analyze the opposition. So how was it for you? Were you
Yeah.
like watching previous matches, or were you just going inside the court and analyzing, okay, what they are planning out?
So basically, a lot of the players who I competed with were in national camp. So we were playing against each other like almost every day. So we kind of knew everybody game inside out. And my partner and I would kind of discuss what our strategy would be. Like something and I kind of discuss what we were going to do, how is it going to be. And then once we get onto court, if we would then again like if it's not working out, we would then again like be like, okay, now what do we need to do next? So
Right, right. So it was just like on time, what
yeah,
things are
it
there
was
and what
just
how we
day.
need to play. Right. So we have seen that a player, when either win or lose, lots of fans come in and they comment, they go with weirdest comments, they give appreciation, they drop a message to you. So all those things also at times create a pressure in your mind. Okay, that I have seen over the period. I have seen that there are few players who have understood that this is something that they need to keep aside. Okay, this is something that okay, this is what they are feeling, the fans are feeling, and they are dropping us in the form of message or in the form of comment. So while you were playing at that point of time, there were either you lose or you win. At that point of time, the comments and the messages that you received, were those creating a different kind of pressure for you, or you were just keeping aside those stuff?
No, not really, because I feel everybody is entitled to an opinion and they can say what they want. Like I said, I have very few friends,
Hmm.
and I'm very close to my family,
Hmm.
and I think they were the only people. Whatever they said, really, I would take on board and listen to them.
Hmm.
So I would just keep that all aside.
Right, right. So uh, I understand that the period when you were playing at that point of time, digital media, that is, I can say social media, was not that uh, uh, like players were not very open to use social media channels. Like for example, 2 years, 3 years back. Currently,
Yeah.
I have seen that every player is on social media. They try to push things over there so that the people who are following these players, they get to know, okay, what are they doing other than the badminton. So,
Yeah.
what do you think is the role of social media in the bringing up of a player?
So I think social media does play a massive role in helping uh, actually everybody all over the world to recognize players. Um, it helps with their endorsements and just to know who they are and what their achievements are, and that really motivates players. I think
Mhm.
social media is important and it's part of life now. You can't really do anything about it.
Right, right. So, do you agree that yes, social media does have benefits as well as disadvantages? People
Yeah.
have taken it maybe they have taken it very seriously, or if they
Yeah.
are taking it seriously, then the things that is happening on social media should not be taken personally.
Yeah, so things that happen on social media, I feel shouldn't be taken personally. You should just do what you want to do and not what other people want you to do.
Hmm.
But social media at the same time is a part of life now, like I said, and it's going to be a part of our future, and it's
Hmm.
going to help build all sports people, actors, actresses, everybody.
Right,
So social media is important.
right. Guys, I just want to mention over here that she has been doing good things. Good postings are done on her social media channel. You can just connect with her on social media, get to know about her. So I just forgot to mention her name at the start. Her name is Ahillya, and she has been connected with badminton for a while now, and she has been posting stuff on her social media, as well as she has started with her own bakery thing. Like she likes baking stuff, and she has been doing throughout this lockdown. She has been promoting stuff that she's doing during lockdown. So you can just go on her social media channel. She has put the link for her shop in her bio. You can just click over there and follow her on her personal account, as well as you can go and order some good uh, bakery things, cakes and cookies and all those stuff that she makes. You can just go and just order something. It's delicious. I have never tried, but yes, I'll definitely try in the upcoming days. Every time I have, so there are a set of people who believes that having a life partner in the same background, in the same professional background, is very helpful. He or she will understand, okay, the kind of time that a sports person need to give for a sport is totally different from a normal human being. So that kind of mindset is required when you are a life partner of a sports person. So I have heard that having a life partner from the same profession is helpful for a few. Few feel that it's better that we don't have a life partner from the same sports background. So how it is your how is your mindset about it, and at the same time, how he is helpful in your sports?
So I never wanted to marry somebody from a badminton background. I always wanted to marry someone who is non-sporty. And my husband is the most supportful person I could ever dream of marrying. He used to, I remember when I was training in the UK, he would literally drive me to training every single day. He would sit there for hours. He would be like, do you need anything? Do you need food? Can I get you anything? Do you need to go to the physio? Should I call up your physio? Can I help you? This, that. And he would drive me back. And then he would like, if I was tired, he would be like, okay, let me cook dinner. Don't do anything. You go for a shower. You chill. You know, you've had a long day. So my husband is literally so supportive of my sport. Like it's unbelievable. I'm so lucky.
Great, great. So what role do you think is he playing in your life currently, as a sports person
Currently,
also, and as a So because I would say that, okay, the period was not so good for you, like having an injury, back to back injuries at such point of time. What was the role that he played in your life?
So he was very supportive even with my injuries. He was like, "No, you'll fight it. You'll get out of it. I'm here, you know." And he would literally like take me to the physio, drive me, be like, "Okay, you need to ice now. You need to put hot water now. Why are you not taking your medicine? What do you want to eat? You need to eat healthy. You need to do this. You need to do that. Your exercises. You stand there. You please exercise. You need to do this exercise properly." So he was like very, very supportive of the whole thing. And when I was in the UK, I was living alone. So it was him taking me, and then, yeah, and then I had a couple of other friends as well over there that were very supportive of me and stuff. So that was
Right,
pretty nice.
right. Lastly, what was the role of your parents overall till now in your career?
The role of my parents, my career wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for my parents. Um, they have been a massive support. I couldn't have asked for any more support from them. They have literally done everything in their power to make sure that I had the best of everything, that tournaments, anything. I was always there. My dad was like, he would travel with me every single place. My mom would travel with me. They were like constantly like so supportive, I cannot tell you.
Right, right. Great. Let's just move to a section of our chat show where we'll ask a few rapid fire questions, and basically this might be from your badminton background, a few of your personal stuff. Okay, let's go ahead with it. So, who are close with you from badminton fraternity?
So for badminton, I'd say the close people are Tambi, Ashwini, and Purusha. They are my three, and Sanjana now. So four
Right,
close friends are.
right. So, if not badminton, what would you have chosen?
I I think I would have just been working for my dad and probably baking. That's what I would do.
Okay. So if you had to write your biography, then what would be the
Yeah,
title of it?
it would be if I was a man.
Okay. Your favorite dish?
Spaghetti. Any form of spaghetti. I absolutely love spaghetti.
So any part of like any restaurant in Mumbai that you visit frequently when you are in Mumbai for spaghetti?
Not really. I tend to make my own food. I love cooking, so I tend to cook quite a lot. So yeah.
Right. So you're not so uh, uh, like a person who wants to go out frequently. You're not
No.
so you're not
So like
in that mood.
all my friends, like even when I was in the UK and even in Bombay, I'd invite all my friends over to my place and I'd be like, I'm cooking. What do you guys want to eat? And I'm baking. So yeah.
Right. So you have traveled a lot in your career. Okay.
Yeah.
Which was the best place as per you?
England. For me, England is everything.
Yeah, your nani
I
comes from the same
yeah.
place. So you might be visiting
I,
England quite a lot from
yeah.
your childhood.
So, yeah. So ever since I was a kid, England was a place that we would go every single year.
Right.
So
Right. Who do you think is the uh, closest of yours from your family? Your mom, your dad, your nanny, your
I
sibling, or any cousins.
It's my Masa, so that's my mom's sister's husband. We are like best friends.
Okay.
He's the
So you have
closest.
been very open with him, talking with him quite a lot.
So we are like so close. Yeah.
Right. Good. So what do you hate the most?
Lies.
That's that's out of the box thing. Everyone would say that only, but anything other than that. Okay, lies is something that everyone hates, but other than that,
What do I hate?
okay, that can be a person, that can be a food dish, that can be a uh,
Broccoli.
that can be an activity, that can be like uh, someone. If I ask someone that, okay, what do you like the most, I would say I like sleeping. This is something that the activity that I like the most. So
Yeah,
that in that way, what do you hate the most, if any activity, if you had to mention?
activity. I hate anything, any like games with balls. So like football and volleyball and stuff. I absolutely hate it. Don't go near that. Yeah, that's what I hate the most.
So England is famous for football.
No, rugby.
Then too, I have seen that English people are more fans of football, if I'm not
No,
wrong.
England is into rugby quite a lot. Every like, I think every weekend there would always be a rugby match on, and you'd be in the pub drinking beer and watching rugby.
So you
Is
like rugby or you don't?
no, I don't. I had a lot of friends at university that played rugby. I used to go and watch matches and stuff, but it was very they would fight and beat each other quite a lot. It was very aggressive and it wasn't
But
for
that is
me.
not the thing in football. Rugby is something where you get hurt. Football is not
Yeah,
something where you get hurt a lot. Yeah, you get
football is
hurt.
football is aggressive. I've seen football being played in the UK and it is aggressive.
So
It's
you don't
crazy
like
how.
watching cricket also.
Uh,
That's a national game of that's a national game of England.
I'm. I don't watch that much of sport.
Okay. Except badminton, you don't like. Like other than badminton, what do you like in sport?
I love tennis. I
Okay.
absolutely love watching tennis.
Mm-hmm.
So apart from badminton, that's something I would watch.
So have you been to any of the live matches for of lawn tennis?
No,
Never.
I've always missed it. So
Right. Okay. Uh, so what do you hate the? So that question is then, what do you like the most, or what do you love the most?
I love my cats the most.
How
I
many
have
of
two.
them?
I
Okay,
have
two.
two cats at home, and one of them is currently pregnant, so I'm gonna have quite a lot more. And I absolutely love my cats.
Okay, what are their names?
Ginger and Tubby.
Ginger and Carrot. So is smashing your power or defense in badminton?
Depends.
Okay, so you stand at the start of the net. You're not at the back end.
Yeah,
That's it.
the net's my strong point, not the back. So
Not the back. Okay, great. It was great rapid fire round, and we have got quite a lot of like the understanding about who you are, what you are doing, what kind of things you like, what kind of things you don't. Everything we got to know in just a small rapid fire round. Okay.
yeah.
Before we wrap up this session, I have a couple of questions that I would love to get answer for. Okay. So you have been fallen prey for injuries couple of times in your career. So, what
Yeah.
kind of mindset at that point of time? Okay, your husband is helping you out, your husband is motivating, your parents is motivating, but at that point of time, what kind of mindset you had created to get out of those injuries and fight back and think about going back to court?
So I think my mindset was just that I need to fight this. Because I remember when I had my first ever injury, I was only 12 years old. And I got pretty stressed out. I was like, what is this? I can't deal with it. But then after that, it got to the point where I realized that if I'm playing at a professional level, injuries are a part of your career. There's nothing you can do about it.
Right,
So you just need to be strong because after every injury, because you've injured that part of your body, you need to strengthen it so you come out much stronger physically. I feel after every single injury. So yeah,
right, right.
I just think of the positives and forget about the negatives.
Right. So you, what were those injuries like? Was it just a muscle pull or was it a major one?
So I had a couple of major ones. So I had a slip disc, and I
Okay.
had broken my. I got a stress fracture in my ankle.
Okay.
So those are kind of my major injuries that happened back to back.
So was it at the time of match or during practice you injured yourself?
It was so my ankle actually happened because I overpushed myself to be able to play matches for my university, and after a point it just got to. We finished actually, and then I realized that I'd messed up my ankle.
Right. Right. Great. Uh, yeah, it's quite a hard thing to come out of. Like slip
Yeah.
disc, I have seen players having slip disc, and it's so hard to even walk. It's
Yeah.
totally
I was very lucky
jammed.
because when I had my slip disc, I was in the UK and I had all my friends coming over like every single day. My husband was there, of course. And my friends would come over every single day and they'd bring games, they'd bring food, they'd be like, right, we're here all day, we're here to entertain you, what do you need?
Mhm.
So
Okay,
I was very lucky that.
right. So I have heard from you only that you don't like watching movies, you don't like watching series, you don't like watching uh, reality shows. So what exactly do you like other than playing?
Um, I do listen to Taylor Swift quite a lot.
Okay.
I listen to her music a lot.
Mhm.
Um, and apart from playing, like we play quite a lot of like board games and stuff, my husband and me. So we really enjoy doing that. Apart from that, well, cooking and baking and stuff is a major part of my life. And I do watch some. So in the UK, actually, we were addicted to Love Island. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I've
So
heard
that
about
was something we would watch like religiously every single night. Like my friends and I, and when my husband, every single night we would meet and we would have like food and drinks and we would sit and we would watch Love Island.
a message that you would love to give through our channel to the viewers, to us, and everyone.
I would just say, just keep focused and you will achieve whatever you want to.
Great, great. Thank you so much, Ahilya. It was really nice speaking with
Thank
you, and I hope we see you soon, someday or the other. Once this lockdown is over, we see you, we meet you, talk with you, and get motivated, get inspired from the journey you had till now, and hope to see you soon.
Yeah, you too. Thank you so much.
Thank